Salut pour tous et soyez les bienvenus dans le programme Planète Équitable avec Eder Zanetti. We are talking about carbon removal policies. Those carbon removal policies will allow sustainable development to be implemented on the regions where they are actively operating. Carbon removal policies will invest on land use intensification, and this will generate jobs and income. 1 hectare of tropical land which is intensified by the human use will generate one direct and indirect job per hectare, and also up to $3,000 yearly on revenue. So this is what a removal policy can bring to our tropical countries. It will invest on operating with forests. You have to be very aware. We have some false environmentalists which will compare forests to posts or forests to sponges. These are people that don't understand what a forest is. They don't have the latest clue about what is a tree. A tree is made out of CO2. A tree, it's living organism, uptakes CO2 from the atmosphere, from the leaves, and it is in its biomass, the CO2, so it has a limit. And when it reaches its limit, we need to use this biomass and produce goods which will be useful for society. So the best thing that a forest can have is a sawmill, is a biochar plant, which will take this biomass and change it into useful products for society. A forest is not a sponge. A forest is not a post. It is a living organism. As a living organism, it dies. So it is within this circular carbon economy that the forest is. It is a engine, a photosynthetic engine, uptaking CO2 and changing it into biomass that we must use. And this will create jobs and incomes, implement sustainable development in our tropical regions. So that is why having a removal policy is key in order to implement sustainable development which will be permanent in our regions. This whole economic process generates social inclusion and environmental quality in our tropical countries. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on our daily struggle for justice. Eder Zanetti for tous les amis africains.